So I'm going to share something really personal with all of you, which is this. Growing up, I had an intense phobia of going to the bathroom in front of other people. And what I mean by that is even if they're like in the house or like anywhere near the house, maybe in the backyard, too close. And it was kind of debilitating, actually. And I actually said to a friend of mine one time, do you have this thing about, my best friend, do you have this thing about going to the bathroom where it's kind of embarrassing, you don't want anyone to hear you? And she goes, oh yeah, I usually just flush the toilet during the stream. And I was like, oh yeah. But in my brain, I was like, oh no, I don't even want to flush the toilet where people can hear, because then they might have this visual image of me going to the bathroom based on the flushing sound. So it was terrifying to me, and it really caused a lot of inconvenience in my life. So as a teenager, I moved into a house with some friends of mine. We called it the Garlic Gulch, which has nothing to do with the story, but it's a cool name for a house. Then we called it the Glitter Gulch eventually, because there was a lot of glitter involved in things that we did. So we had parties almost every single weekend. I'm touching this. It's too high for me. Okay. It's better. I'm short, so we had parties almost every single weekend. I was 19, and I thought it was so rad to be able to have like people just bring, cases of beer, and I would just drink, and, miss work and get fired and go, who cares? It's $160 a month. Those other guys will take care of it for a while. But I still had the bathroom issue to deal with because we lived in a house that had like really bad plumbing. So it was really hard to flush the toilet. So if you pooped, you were kind of in trouble if it wouldn't flush, especially when you had 3 like hot boys living around you. So we had a party one night. And I have to tell you, before I tell you about the party, that there was a house next door to us, and there was a man named Jason who lived there, and he lived there with his 87-year-old mother. They were both African-American, and his girlfriend was, I think, like 20, and she had, like, huge, like, Barbie, like, literally Barbie hair, like, it looked like straw, goldy, sort of, like, crazy hair, and she was super, super mean, and she was always yelling about her fingernails and stuff, and getting really mad at her boyfriend, who was almost silent. So silent, in fact, that he made me nervous, and I tried to make friends with him all the time because I had come from Clackamas, Oregon, where there were no black people, and so I wanted to be like, hey, I'm totally cool with black people, And I was 19, so he would come home, and I'd be like, hi, and he'd go, go into the house, and I'd be like, no, look at me over here being totally cool with you being black. No issue with that at all. I'm so down. So this night, we had this party, and there was this boy, Dave Deitman, who a lot of my friends knew, and I had the total hots for him, and he was behind me in line for the bathroom, and I had to poop, and I was so nervous, because I was like, oh, it's going to stink, and that was the biggest problem that I had, was like, Dave Deitman's going to come in after me, and it's probably going to be stinky, even if I flush it twice, and like open the window, and it's going to be awful and embarrassing, and I'm going to come out, and I'm going to have to make an excuse, or say like, the person before me, wow, or whatever you do. And so I went in, and I went to the bathroom, and I pooped because I had to, because it was gonna, I was gonna poop my pants otherwise, which would be so much more embarrassing. And the toilet wouldn't flush. It wouldn't flush, and it backed up, and I was like, no. I was like flipping out, and so because I was flipping out so much and I didn't know what to do, I opened the window, I took a giant pile of toilet paper, and I reached into the toilet, and I threw it out the window. I did. That is crazy. But the thing is that I got really overzealous, and I threw it really hard, and I heard this, and it splattered on my neighbor's house. I hate crimed my neighbor. I threw crap on my 87-year-old neighbor's house. Oh my God. So I came out of the bathroom and I was like, it's all yours, Someone was in there before me. Woo! So then I went downstairs and I was like, dancing or whatever, eating cheese, drinking beer, smoking. The next day, I went to the bathroom, and I looked out the window, and I saw it, and I was like, God, it's horrible. It's the worst thing I've ever done. I don't know what to do. This is so awful. Like, that woman is so lovely, and she just does not deserve to have shit on her house. She's, her daffodils are impeccable. Everything's lovely, and this is horrible, horrible, horrible. My fiance calls it the telltale poop. Because it really did, eat at me every day. Oh, the poop on the house. So for 2 weeks, yeah. It's Edgar Allan Poe for the modern era. So I basically didn't know what to do, and so I said to my friend Josh, you have to come out with me in the middle of the night, hoist me up, I'll clean it off real fast, and we'll run back. Our friend Brody said, yeah, okay, do that. So we run out there, because I've shown them all, and they're all just like, God. So Josh hoists me up. I have a bucket, and I have like a little brush, and I'm scrubbing it off. My friend Brody is over on our front porch next door going, you guys, come back. Oh, my God, come back. They're going to see you. And I was like, I got to do it. So all of a sudden, the window opens. Blondie puts her head out and goes, honey, there's a teenager cleaning your house. And he pokes his head out and he goes, what are you doing? And I said, I did something before I didn't mean to do, and I'm just cleaning it now. And he's like, okay, because what do you do? Like, I'm not defiling the house at this point. I'm not graffitiing it. I'm not robbing them. I'm cleaning their house. You're not going to be like, stop cleaning my house, damn it. I have rights in this neighborhood. So he basically says, okay. All right, good night. And I said, good night. And I run home, and I get in bed, and I go, God damn, I got to get over this poop thing.